Beyond Mars, beyond physical form, beyond human understanding. What's left is the absolute. What's left is the absolute Martian Manhunter. We're going to be reviewing issue 1 for today's episode because I want to, and gauging Zapper's and Dez's reaction.
Yo, hope everyone's doing okay.
We already did the intro once and I fucked it up, so we're doing it again.
Very psychedelic cover.
Yes. I like how it's kind of Play-Doh-y. Like if you gripped whatever was making up the guy, it'd feel like Play-Doh. Because the artist, I'm forgetting his name right now, Javier Rodriguez, actually made the Absolute Martian Manhunter in clay first, and then, excuse me, and then, like, he designed it in clay first, and then he drew it out, which I think absolutely influenced the texture of him in this cover.
Now that makes me curious about. They would never do this because it's way too expensive, I imagine. But claymation is notoriously expensive to do. But a claymation, like one shot with Martian Manhunter, probably would be really cool.
I don't know, man. DC has deep pockets.
Claymation stop motion traditionally has to be filmed one frame at a time, and there's a reason movies like Coraline take forever to make. And they're also so expensive that honestly, they almost never make a profit. Anyway, I digress though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think the cover does?
Looks good.
I agree. Why do people do the things they do? That's the opening line to this comic book, accompanied by awesome splash art, the extremely heavy shadows, and yellow accents. I'm pretty sure this is all, like, mainly yellow, blue, and white. No, like, yellow, not white, black.
I mean, there's some white besides the panels, like that cup.
No, I'm pretty sure that's just a very light yellow.
You might be right, actually.
I have Krita. I can sample.
There's this one guy I heard about who can just look at the color and instantly know the red, yellow, blue breakdown of it, but yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's just like a skill people develop subconsciously when they do art. That just,
Oh,
that
yeah,
guy
though.
just does it consciously.
Oh, yeah, though. That's a nice splash page, yeah.
Yeah. I also like how it kind of jumps off the borders of the panel right here with his tie, but like nothing else.
Yeah.
Really puts emphasis on him. Why do some people become firefighters and others arsonists? Why do some people become doctors while others become killers? Why do two particular people fall in love? I'm just going to be reading the narration for this one because I feel like that's the more important. I feel like I should have linked you guys this so you could like actually read along.
I mean, we can see the stream, but
I have way too many thoughts. I knew I should have written this down.
the writing is irrelevant, so don't worry about it.
It very much is.
Not necessarily, considering that we are reviewing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I was just trying to be on brand, but yeah.
Yeah, like I said, great splash art. This is great 4 panels, and with the whatchamacallit, whatever Scott McCloud said, with the preceding events kind of changing, the guy being injured, him healing, him more healed, up and about, and these kind of are viewed more closely because of the black outlines, panel borders, while this guy right here is kind of ethereal in the white space without the panel borders, only really stopped by the page itself. I would have done something like have him hidden behind a panel or something a little more, but I can definitely see this is way better, like reading it.
Go ahead, Des, you were going to speak.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
I like how that last panel on the bottom right one, actually doesn't have borders around it, so it just bleeds into the page.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too.
You see comics and also cartoons sometimes that are able to run without outlines. Samurai Jack is a good example of that, where they don't do outlines.
Yeah, with like pure colors.
Yeah, it's always makes for an interesting visual aspect.
Also, the paneling for this top panel is really cool, with it being kind of built into the white space of the comic book. Or is that like a beige? It's white space.
Mm-hmm.
And this is actually really good dialogue here too, because kind of builds up from what we saw before into something we now know instead of can infer. And I kind of like this 3-panel joke here, or 2-panel, where John is trying to smoke, but the guy says he can't light one up in here, and then he asks about all the smoke. It's funny when you have all the information.
Go ahead, Des.
I'm sorry, I was just clearing my throat.
What? You were just what?
I was just clearing my throat, I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you said layering my beard. I'm like, what the? I'm like, you don't have a beard to my knowledge. Like, what is going-
Apparently, I do now.
I mean, I have a beard, but I shave it once in a while. So
I'm sorry. I have a soft voice. I'm just gonna put my mic up that you guys don't hear anything from me.
no, we
No,
want to hear
you're
from you,
fine. We kind of need to know you're there for legal purposes.
and to know when you're layering your beard and stuff. You know, gotta get that layered. If it's not layered, it's relevant. So gotta keep it layered.
I'm just clearing my throat, David.
Layering your throat now.
Say
Good.
something.
Good to layer the throat. Good to layer the throat.
Uh, anyway,
Yeah, it almost reminds me of in the 60s and 70s they went crazy with color for a hot minute. Almost reminds me of that a little bit. Yeah.
it does.
Yeah, I seriously think they're drawn from that retro style.
Not a complaint. It's just
Yeah. Like, the way people are kinda drawn reminds me of those older comic books too. Well, I think it's a combination of colored and drawn.
I swear to God, if there's shark repellent in the background, so help me.
Nah, this is a bit more serious. Well, a bit more. And then the title drop, even though we knew the title from the cover. But still. Also, literally everybody is smoking outside.
So it really is the 60s then.
Yeah, I think they're trying to draw on the vibes of the 60s because later down the line in other issues, it gives off that vibe a lot.
Not definitely.
I know I'm talking a lot about the paneling,
Yeah.
but I like
I mean,
weird
this is-
panels.
Yeah, I mean this is a comic review, so that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Well, they're not really weird, but more like just uniquely organized, with the big one up top, the three in the middle, and this one here, fitting a lot of information compactly. And then like the little one without borders right here.
I saw that. Yeah.
And then it's a red dot surrounded by green. They seriously nailed it with the Martian design, because like now it's super easily defined. Because you can put a green blob, put a red dot in the middle of it. Ta-da, it's the Martian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some things go towards minimalism. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like the little green strip right here.
How many pages is this?
I don't know. I think like 15, 16, maybe 25.
Oh, okay.
Honestly,
is
I
no-
should have counted.
No, just because I just at this exact moment noticed there's no page numbers,
Comic books don't have page numbers.
don't they?
They do not.
It really just depends on the comic. But most of them don't.
Yeah, I think like single issues most commonly don't, and when they're collected into like those really big, thick trade paperbacks, they do. Count this later.
Oh, apparently it's because they don't always know where the artwork's going to be, so page numbers risk damaging the artwork, so that's why they don't bother.
That's neat. I didn't know that.
Learn something new every day.
Kind of makes sense.
Also, another little dark gallows humor moment here where the guy says, "I'll talk to Special Agent Nelson, but this is the FBI. They don't just hand out vacations." And then literal next page. It's a contradiction. Another, why do people do the things they do? Well, not symbolism. Repetition is a very common thing for Absolute Martian Manhunter. I think it's so that they can implant ideas into your head to be called upon later.
Yeah, seeding a story, foreshadowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you do the things you do? Dun, dun, dun.
Why do some people get up, get dressed, and go to work faithfully every morning, and then one morning get up, get dressed, and go blow up a coffee shop? That's a really good line.
Definitely.
That's what we do here at the FBI's Stochastic Terrorism Task Force. We try to understand why people do the things they do. You know how the FBI says they had them on their radar whenever somebody does something terrible? Yeah, this is basically that.
Wait, is this how Manhunter sees everything? Is that what we're seeing with the color?
Yes and no. It's a metaphor.
Okay. Let's think if it's literal, then he must think everything's very garish around here.
Oh yeah, and talk about the Dead Man ripoff right there in the center.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Don't know what relationship Manhunter has with Deadman in the comics, although might be able to telepathically speak with him.
I don't think they've ever interacted in the comics, like substantially.
Let's say like 100% they've met in the comics.
Oh yeah, they 100% have met before. I just don't think it's a very common thingamajig event.
Now I want a miniseries with just, like Dead Man working with psychics and stuff.
Predict dangerous behavior, identify individuals that pose a threat to the public, and stop them before they do something that hurts others or themselves. Understood. It's like trying to read minds. We're like those fortune tellers at carnivals, the psychics on late night TV, and about as act. The problem is you can never really know someone, not like they know themselves. So how do I know that Noel hates me, thinks I'm cold, calls me the Martian to his wife? Martian, distant, different, alien? Yes. You look for warning signs. How do I know the bomber's mother hates pickles, always gives hers to him? How do I know that the bomber and his lifelong best friend made love one summer and never spoke of it again, not even to each other? Surprising behavior, cries for help. How do I know the bomber's neighbor is telling the truth but trying to hide her near daily cannabis use? I honestly think the graffiti here is some kind of Easter egg that I'm not getting. You look for identifiable patterns, anything to make the world not random. That's what stochastic means, random. How do I know? Drive by my house 3 times, not recognizing it. We've lived here for almost a year. Poor trapped things light themselves on fire to escape. Ba-dum-ba. Thoughts?
It's pretty good.
Very long-winded if it was a regular monologue in like a TV show, but it works pretty well for a comic book.
Would fit very well in something with the question in it, I think.
Yeah, but that's the question. That's kind of his MO. I think there's something really wrong with me. I think I'm going crazy. Why don't you go say hi to your son? And yeah, this is the first real look at the Martian we get, which I think is pretty cool and is most definitely a callback to how Rodriguez originally made the Martian.
That is a very interesting design.
Yeah. Either way, pretty cool callback to how the Martian was originally designed. I'm pretty sure there's a 3D model of the guy out there somewhere.
You said the artist made him in clay, so I hope he saved that somewhere.
Probably. I wouldn't get rid of that if I made something like that. I stay awake all night trying not to think of the smoke, of what's waiting for me in it. Have you ever tried not to think of something? It's all you can think of. And another masterclass in Scott McCloud's way of writing panels. There's like a representation where he did of a guy picking up a key and unlocking a door, and how that's information given to the person. And it's like, this is a really good example of that. Like, if you're trying to teach someone comic books, how to panel, I would use this page.
This is a good layout, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're all really tired tonight.
I feel like we are.
Usually. Like, Des, you're tired, right?
Yeah, I woke up at like 4 a.m. somehow.
I took a nap and I'm still tired.
I have just my sleeping patterns for like basically the last 9 months have been shot to hell. I'm trying to get better, but it increasingly I wake up a lot is the problem.
Yeah.
Actually gotten to the point where I've started to fall asleep at work, which is not good.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
My problem is that I had a shit day Sunday at work, so I just immediately went home and crawled into bed. So naturally, that like just mess up with my sleeping rhythm.
Our circadian rhythms are our master.
Unfortunately, if I didn't have to sleep, that'd be wonderful.
You'd be dead.
Says who? You? Actually, science, but whatever.
Yeah, science that we don't actually understand. We know we need sleep, but it's why? Why did that pop up evolutionary wise? It just does not make what? Yeah.
Maybe one day
But look-
somebody took too bad of a tumble, and they were like, I'm gonna sleep this off. And it's been everybody's problem since.
The thing is, what benefit is high enough that effectively being unconscious for a third of our lifespan is worth it evolutionary wise?
It helps you retain memory.
Yeah, it's not like the body's inactive during sleep. It does other things, you know. But although why we dream is not clear, but yeah, it's anyway. Yeah, so I think
Because
I noticed all three of us
angels are jacking it in our brains and they don't like being disturbed.
because I noticed all three of us are being fairly quiet this episode.
I blame myself. I'm the host, technically. I am the host with the most.
It's irrelevant who's the host, but and it's irrelevant that you are.
Maybe. Next
Although I feel
page.
like we're near. Go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead. I've been talking the
No,
most.
no, I was gonna say I feel like we're near the end of it. So go ahead. Yeah.
Are we near the end of it? Yeah, basically. I tell Bridget I have to go to the office early. I tell the office I'm going to be late. I don't want anybody to worry. Memory of first firefight. Senior Agent Sutry turning to you saying, we're in this together, partner. And then some really cool, I know the word for this, but I can't remember it. And look, it's the Martian being all blobby. After this possible aortic dissection in 3, then the knife wound in 7, shattered pelvis in 4. Why are all the doctors so anxious and distracted? Yeah. There's also a lot of whatchamacallit,
Bubbles.
contradictions. A lot of
Oh.
verbal well, not verb. You know what I mean. The text does contradict a lot sometimes too. Not in a
Oh,
bad way, but like,
unreliable narration, I think is the word you're looking for.
no, not unreliable narration, just like how what's presented in the mind, the blobby stuff is contradictory toward the stuff being said or narrated. Also, this right here might actually be related, is actually telling us how each of the emotions are related to a color, which is something you can pick up on.
Funnily enough, that was actually like the main time Martian Manhunter and Dead Man had interaction during the Blackest Night, during Brightest Day event. That's because they were both dead, so that is when they actually worked together for a hot minute.
I have not read the Brightest Day event in forever. I don't even like the lanterns that much. I tell Special Agent Nelson the doctor has to run more tests on my way to Mike Miller's house. And then some dialogue. As she speaks to me, she starts to smoke. Not like a cigarette, but she herself starts to smoke. Steam pours out of her ears like an angry cartoon. I breathe in and inhale Mike Miller's first day of school, all dressed up, adorable and terrified and full of potential. Overwhelming feeling of love and pride, plus him picking flowers for his mother's birthday, and the crushed look on his face the day I told him his father wouldn't be coming home. She told him. And like I said, verbal contradiction, because like, that transitions to first-person perspective in the middle of the thing. Well, it's not technically a contradiction, but I'm using the word how I want.
Nobody needs to ever read this comic while they're high.
I feel like it would be a bad idea to do that. This is like the opposite of a trip sitter.
I feel like maybe he was using first person because he was like having the memory as like a first person memory.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely what's happening.
Oh,
Have to get out of here, have to clear my head. Memory of buying your first house, real estate agent saying, real fixer-upper, lot of potential. But whichever way I walk, there's smoke. Smoke everywhere. Memory of your dad finding cigarettes under your mattress saying, and where there's smoke, there's boom, the fire.
fire.
Yeah, the smoke is coming off of librarians and social workers and corporate lawyers, spewing out of accountants and couriers and construction workers. Dancing tapestry of multicolored scarves. It's the people. The people are all on fire, but no one seems too bothered by it. That was a tongue twister for me.
Oh yeah, it's an aura site he has. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what that is. Static also has that.
I think this is just a visual representation of psychic powers, because, like, Martian Manhunter, mostly a psychic. I say mostly like I've fucking read his comic books. I haven't, besides this one. I know he has, like, Martian vision.
He has a lot of powers.
Didn't
He's
he
up there
once
with Soup.
turn something into gold back in the Golden Age,
Maybe.
the Silver Age?
He's up there with Soups in terms of powers.
Bro is stuck in the C-lister category.
Maybe B-lister, but
Nah. Actually, yeah, B-lister. He was in a couple of cartoons. And the smoke. The smoke is filled with boredom, laughter, and office drama, and grocery lists, and someone's sainted mother saying, thought smoke. Ideas oxidizing in the open air. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. How can a voice be green? But it is. The voice is green, and it's waiting for me, always waiting for me, in the smoke, and I can feel it following me, 2 strides behind. I look around for some place of rest, but Middleton is like an alien planet, fire hydrants, the arrangements and purpose of roads, my own reflection, all mysteries to me. Hidden life dimensions observed in remove view from the outside. This is basically his version of phasing, because like he doesn't have to obey normal spatial geometry, which I think is a cool kind of hop. I run in what I hope is a direction, what I hope is a way. I pass a police station and it's incomprehensible, and then Martian vision on. Who is that? Who's talking? You, me, we are talking. Remember, man on fire, human flame, the smoke, what waited. Memory of the building you were in exploded. It's a miracle survived you at all. No, not miracle, me. us. What are you? Mind, hunt, kill, save, redeem, heal, now you, through the smoke. Remember, look. And then there's a really cool thing where if you hold up the page to a light source, it'll fuse. The two images were the Martian
cool.
mind fucker.
Nice. All right. I enjoyed that. Very trippy, psychological. I liked it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
A neat little
Although I hope
thing.
we give it.
Oh, sorry, continue.
I was gonna say I hope we give enough commentary though.
Yeah, I think this is enough for like a 30-minute, 40-minute video. Not too long, not too short, kind of dealio.
I also feel like the podcast we do wind up. Sometimes we have longer episodes, like hour and a half, and then sometimes we have these like mini-sodes.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't call them mini-sodes. They're still beasts to edit.
Yeah, but we vary a lot in terms of
Yeah. A neat thing I noticed is that a lot of the time for the Absolute series, well, just two that I know of, is that the artists or the creatives behind it wanted to put a swear word in the title, because originally Absolute Batman was called Absolute Batman AF, as fuck, and Martian Mindfucker is right here. I don't know if it's actually what he's saying, but pretty apt since it's using,
asterisk.
yeah.
Asterisk. Yeah.
There's a specific word for this kind of stuff in comic books. I think it's called Scrawlix or Grawlix, something like that. And like I said, when you hold up the page to a light source, it uses the two images. And then there's a preview for Absolute Green Lantern #1, and that's the end of the thing. This is honestly
you
one of
remember-
my. Ooh, sorry.
No, that's fine. I was gonna say when you remember that the Absolute Verse was created by Darkseid, I wonder if he's happy with the creation.
I don't think Darkseid.
Using symbols to since words in comics, I believe is called Grawlix or GRAWLIX.
I don't think Darkseid is capable of being happy.
I mean, he's actively hunted by Santa every year. So what do you think?
I don't know what
That
I
is
think.
actually canon. Every year, Darkseid invades Apocalypse to make sure to hand deliver Darkseid coal.
Yeah, but with the multiple crisis events, what is canon anymore besides string cheese and Play-Doh?
Although the fun fact about Play-Doh, it was developed Play-Doh was developed as a way to get Play-Doh actually directly relates to the theme of this comic book. Actually, Play-Doh was invented in the 1920s or 30s as a way to get chimney. As a way to get smoke and ash residue off the walls of places and stuff. But then of course people stopped having fireplaces, so they rebranded it as a kid's toy.
Which is why you can't smoke it, because it
But yeah, the
absorbs.
idea was you smear it on like wallpaper and it gets rid of like the smoky residue and stuff. I'd love to see someone actually use it for its intended purpose one of these days. But yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. I would
Yeah,
absolutely love to show you guys some of the variant covers.
Go ahead. We got time, right?
Do we have time? Does anybody have time? I don't think so. It would just be a lot easier if, honestly, I should have set up like a slideshow or something. Maybe next time.
Good session. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
good session. Well, as you can all see, that was a pretty irrelevant episode, but because like this came out months ago.
Have to stay relevant. You can't. So, yeah.
But maybe if this reaches 200 or 200 views, we can do a full reading of it. Like and subscribe, please hype the video, and if you hear Martian talking in your ear, make sure it's the green one. Bye everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.